Well, good morning, everyone, from the final day of the 4-6's NRHA Derby presented by Markel. I'm Steve Ross. I've been your host here at the Hart Trailer Sports Desk all week long. So happy to bring you these updates as they happen. And boy, did we have a non-pro derby for the ages last night. Competitive top to bottom as you're ever going to get. We had good runs in the first set, good runs in the second set. Then halfway through at draw 16, we had none other. And the winner of the first go-round has to be considered the favorite, Sparkin' Inferno and Tristan Bagby, and actually improved on her ride in the first go was a 2:23.5, and you got to love this 7-year-old stallion. By Inferno 66, he's just pure of mind. That's huge right there. Like the great ones, makes it look easy. Tristan was right with him all night long. Wow, this is a cool horse. 7-year-old showed fresh as a daisy. And that held for 10 more runs, then draw 26. Here came the perennial powerhouse of this division, Mandy McCutcheon, on Stopping for Starbucks. Marks 2:23.5, and Mandy had the eye of the tiger here. Really, really good run. Source, I believe her husband Tom had shown as a 3-year-old, but looks to be the fit here is with Mandy, as she really squeezed the lemon dry on Stopping for Starbucks, tying her atop the leaderboard, and that would held till draw 28, just 2 horses. And Gina Marie Schumacher and her great Gonna Trasha take out the trash came in and laid down a 2:24.5. Had a little trouble in the turnaround, getting shut off the second way. No trouble there. But that was the only sticky spot she had. Picked up a half-point penalty, I think, the second way. But after that, just went to work and able to pull out the victory by the slimmest of margins, only a point. But still, another great trophy to go on that CS Ranch mantle there in North Texas. Gina has to be thrilled to get that win. We were thrilled that she caught up with us after the victory with our own Steve Ross for a brief interview. Let's get her thoughts on the 2026 Non-Pro Derby win now. Steve, do you have me? Hello, everybody. I'm joined by the 2026 4-6's NRHA Derby Non-Pro champion, Gina Schumacher. Congratulations, Gina.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, now I got to ask you a little question about the Great Horse Take Out the Trash. Can you win a major Reining without having an issue in the left turnaround? Because this happened in Switzerland last year at the World Reining Championships. You withstood a review to win that one, and it was justifiably so. And then tonight, like you had a little trouble, overturned the left turn, but you came back. What's the deal there?
I don't know. I think I never really turned around to stop, and I did this time, and kind of as a reflex, I said whoa too early, and underturned there. So that wasn't very good.
Yeah, and then overcompensated a little bit. But what I always tell people is, as a judge, you only get one underturn or overturn penalty. So even though you went to kind of correct it and he went over, that doesn't show up in the scorecard. Other than that, he was his usual self, was he not?
He's a phenomenal horse, and he's so easy to ride. He makes my life easy and fun, and I just like to ride him.
I thought he was great in the go-around. You led it for most of the time. Still just only a half point behind, and then came back and won it in the finals, even overcoming that little mistake. How old is this horse now?
He's a 6-year-old gelding.
So he's got another year of Derby eligibility left. You got to feel good about that going forward, huh?
Yes, I mean, he hasn't been shown a bunch, so he's pretty fresh, and I think that'll be good for next year.
Well, we talked a little bit last year with you and your husband Ian. I said, hey, part of your team is leaving in Dwayne Latimer, but you looked at me and said, you know what, it's time to figure out if I can do this or not. Well, I know you've got a lot of great help there at your ranch, but this is kind of your win. And I think you should be especially proud of that. I know I was, because you really went out there and really delivered tonight. Does that feel good?
Oh, yeah, I mean, especially after it kind of was all over the place at the NRBC, and it kind of sucked. I came home, and I thought, okay, let's go back to what I always used to do, and now I kind of feel like my old self again, and I tried to do my run as clean as I can. Obviously, that was a little bubble in there. But just a feeling of not having somebody there to say yes, no, do it again, it's fine. I just had to overcome this, sort myself out, and now I feel like I'm pretty good now.
That's a great point of growth in your career. I know, like, I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, you struggled a little bit at the NRBC, and that's been unlike you. And I'm sure the critics said, well, it's because Dwayne's not there. But you really redeemed yourself here. I thought your horses looked great all week.
Thank you.
Got to feel good about going forward. A lot of big events left this year, and that's a special gelding.
Yes, he is very special.
All right. Well, always a very worthy champion, someone I feel like I'd never met if it weren't for all these winter interviews, but I'm privileged to always talk to the great Gina Schumacher, adding another major title to her incredibly impressive resume already. Gina, enjoy this one. It was a good one.
Thank you so much.
All right, Gina Schumacher for Steve Ross here at the NRHA. Thanks so much, Steve. Back here on finals day, let's take a look at the scoreboard. You can see behind me their horse showing level 1, 2, and 3 finals going on this morning. Now, obviously, there are some crossovers. Some of those level 1, 2, 3 eligible riders that will show tonight in the level 4 finals. So we won't have any completed results till tonight. But if we take a look right now in the Open Derby level 3, winner is Wallace First Gun, or the leader rather, with Matt Mills. For Janice Dixon, laid down a 2:24.5 this morning. Beautiful ride on that Palomino. And leading the level 2 right now is Justin Michaels on Jack's Lucky Star for White River Ag Products. And Justin came in with a 2:22.5. And in the level 1 Derby, it is Paleface Vintage and Wyatt Deary, that's NRHA professional, Casey Deary's son on the gorgeous son of Hollywood or Sparkling Vintage. Paleface Vintage, I love this horse. Joel and Jody Puno recently purchasing him. And he came into a score of 220.5. That's what it takes to lead the level 1, a 220.5. Let that sink in. Just shows you how competitive this Reining is. I cannot wait for our finals tonight. First horse on the dirt at 5 o'clock Central Time here in Oklahoma. The webcast is all free. Thanks to the good graces of the great folks at Thor Sport who are sponsoring our live feed this year. You can watch this great Reining anywhere in the world, and you're in for a treat tonight. Until then, this has been Steve Ross saying so long, everybody.